good as possible. Hello everyone and welcome to the Al Arbor Rink here at the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. Puck drop, we are underway where it's game 1 of 3 in this Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend set between the Farmingdale State College Rams in their solid whites trimmed in green and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies in their solid browns trimmed in white. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jordan DeLuciano. I'll be on the call for tonight's action. It's a late one. We got a 9:33 start. It's supposed to be 9:15, but you know how these games go sometimes, pushing a little bit after the fact as Kravitz goes long pass as it's deflected, no icing. And in his own zone, it'll be Chiavetta up the boards for the Bonnies, sets right back in. So the starters hop off, but the starters were Cody Bauer, Sam Chiavetta on the back end for the Bonnies, Michael Clouden, Tyler Menz, and Carson Schlager with the forward group, and in goal number 30, Kyle Karleski, the 23-year-old out of Lakeview, New York. For the Bonnies, a shot from the point from Burns is blocked. And back the other way comes Michael Robertson, coming off a great first season last year with the Bonnies in his freshman campaign. It'll be Miles Brown to flip that one in. So we'll start with the visiting Bonnies, the number 7 ranked in AAU Division I, St. Bonaventure Bonnies. They are 8-2 overall in the year. After losing their first game of the season, they have won 8 of their last 9, so a good run right now for the brown and white, as Karleski will flip that up the glass. This will be only their 3rd game out of conference, and even though they've only played now 3 games out of conference, the prior other 2 were all local. They've pretty much stayed in upstate New York for the early parts of their season. They're a team that's averaging 7.1 goals per game, allowing 2.9. So these are both high-scoring teams as Bridgewood gets a handful of Spina's head, doesn't go called. As Bridgewood goes cross-ice to Immel. Immel on the receiving end of a hit from Jake Spina. So this Bonaventure group going up against the number 3 ranked team in AAU Division I, Farmingdale State. They are 10-3-1 overall in the year. It's not the first time this year Farmingdale is going to be seeing this upstate conference. Binghamton came to the island, in which Farmingdale tied and lost. Then Niagara came to the island, in which Farmingdale went 1-2. And then the Rams had last weekend off, but 2 weeks ago, Farmingdale swept in Cortland. They knocked off the Red Dragons. They beat them 6-2 and 7-2 as McCann's shot is stopped by Karleski. So Farmingdale coming off a weekend sweep, and Bonaventure coming off one game on November 16th, just one, and it was against Cornell convincingly, 13-3. 51 shots on goal in that game for the Bonnies, 6 goals in the second period to help out 7 unanswered. Foot race for this puck, and icing will be called as Easton Larrabee gave it a good run, the freshman. Larrabee. As he'll come back in front of Karleski, who's playing in his 4th game this year. He is one of 4 goaltenders to have gotten starts this year, with Brandon Walsack, Tyler Kirk, and Rory Fitzpatrick. Karleski now his 4th game. He is 2-1 with a 3.67 goals against average and .874 save percentage. Karleski will be backed up today by Tyler Kirk. He'll be opposed today by Joseph DeCanio. So DeCanio came in this year. He was the number 1 starter, but goaltender Andrew Barron, as that puck goes out of play, Andrew Barron has had, in his last 4 games, has appeared 3 times and started twice. So for DeCanio this year, this will be his 11th game, all starts, 3.93 goals against average and an .893 save percentage. And then he's got Barron behind him. Barron came in relief in Game 2 against Niagara for DeCanio. Barron, who's not playing today, but you're probably going to see him either tomorrow or Sunday. Barron is 3-1 with a 2.76 goals against and a .927 save, is down low in front, hammering away at it, and getting the glove is DeCanio as Michael Clouden had the second chance in tight. So that play all starts with Miles Brown taking it himself. Miles Brown 10 games this year, 9 points, all assists for the defenseman out of Lancaster, New York. That puck goes all the way down. No icing here, so Miles Brown will play it with Konkowski and Ivers on him. Konkowski and Ivers in that order, 1 and 2 in point production on the team. The standout freshmen this season, both of them for Farmingdale. Konkowski is first in AAU Division I in points. He has a point every single game this year. As back the other way will be Tyler Menzer-Rister on goal, blockered away by DeCanio. They'll be Clouden out of the corner, in front, pinballs around and off the side of the cage. As slow to get up was Carson Slager. As icing is called, and then a hit thrown by Konkowski. And now that's back-to-back times where we've had a late icing call where it could have went either way. So Konkowski will retreat with Alessi next to him. They'll have to go in defensive zone draw. But Konkowski this year, 16 goals, 12 assists, 20 in points in every single game. Him and Thomas Ivers, who also has points in every game, but Ivers points in every game except for one. He has 12 assists his last 6 games. As Alessi meets a body on the boards, courtesy of Presley Schultz. And now down low, meeting a hook there was Michael Robertson, and draws a penalty. So it'll be Jesse Burns, the first victim to the box today. It'll be against Farmingdale for the hook. As a team that's averaging a power play goal a game will go to the man advantage. So Clouden, who leads the team this year in goals 11 and points 21, draws the penalty, wins the faceoff, and it'll be Miles Brown at the point. As Brown will go to Tyler Menz, back down low. It'll be to Schultz. And once again, Menz to Brown. Brown, Menz, looking down low, finds a man, tucks it, and they score! The Bonnies make it look easy. Presley Schultz tucks it home, it's 1-0. And just too much time and I understand Farmingdale is shorthanded there, but Schultz just way too much space to operate on the goal line and wrap it around DeCanio. As Schultz will pick up his 11th point of the year and now his 10th game, he has 3 goals. As Menz and Brown will pick up the helpers. As O'Donnell tries to flip to Duffy, fanned on it. And now Larico to Duffy. Duffy coming off a hat trick in Game 2 against Cortland 2 weekends ago. Backhander is snuffed by Karolewski. As now it'll be Schultz, the goal scorer, turns it over at neutral zone territory to Smith. And Smith right back to Miles Brown. Blazak plays catch with Brown. Brown's got to get away from O'Donnell, and he does. And now finds Robertson on the deflection, and Bonnies will change. And this looks like icing against Farmingdale, as Quinones did not have the red line. So Farmingdale has yet to pick up a win head-to-head here in AAU against the Bonnies. So their battles go back to Nationals in 2022, where Farmingdale and Bonnies battled it out in a winner-go-home game in pool play. The winner went to the quarterfinals. Let's hold that thought. Bridgewood's going to pick up the puck here. Bridgewood in front looking for Immel, and it goes off his stick. Now Minio trying to get involved, poked away by Schwenkbeck. Schwenkbeck pokes that around the boards. It'll be Spina finding a man in the circle, and Chiavetta. Shot was blocked. As Bridgewood throws a big body on Nathan Sobko. Kravitz plays it with his skate. He'll give it back towards McGregor, but it was broken up by Schwenkbeck. As Kravitz puts it up the middle, gets a nice bounce off a skate, and Schwenkbeck bodies Minio off the puck. Poked ahead, trying to catch the Bonnies on a change, but right off the bench was Chikowski. to break that play up. But back to previous statement, these two teams, their rivalry goes back to that winner-go-home match in the 2022 Nationals in which Farmingdale was the higher seed. Bonnies came in, I believe, ranked 14th or 15th, and the Bonnies upset Farmingdale in that matchup. As that one swatted down, Tyler Kelly in front, nobody home. And I think we're going to have a whistle down for the net off. And then these two teams linked up last season as well. It was part of Farmingdale's 3-game road trip upstate where they played Buffalo, Niagara, and Bonnies. And when they matched up against the Bonnies in that final Sunday, the Bonnies took that one. Thrown from the board, sticked away. That was Tyler Kelly as McCann back in the lineup, dealing with the lower body injury as LaChase, the battle of the 91s with Liam Meyer and LaChase over there as Farmingdale's offsides. It'll be Tyler Kelly all by himself to peel off, wait some more brown jerseys off the bench. And fresh in there will be Schlager. Schlager coming off dueling hat-trick performances with Owen Hughes. As a kick save there, rebound, and DeCanio got it with the glove. So a great rebound stop there off the tip of the glove of DeCanio to keep Bonnies off the board again. As Tyler Menz had a glorious look there, wide open in the slot. As Konkowski will play it down, kick it back up to his stick, dealing with a stick battle here in the corner. As Miles Brown will play behind his own net. Going to hear a lot of Miles Brown today. He eats up a lot of minutes on that back end, and he's going to take it himself. Brown shovels down low away from the stick of Schlager. Yes, it was Schlager and Owen Hughes that had the dueling hat tricks in their 13-3 win against Cornell. I've not called Owen Hughes' name yet, the captain. He's number 17 today. He has goals in 3 straight. He led the team in goals and points last year with 16 goals, 39 points. As Lorico tries to go up the middle off a skate and played down by Clouden. Will wrister one, save made, rebound, and they score! It's the man coming off the hat trick, Carson Schlager on the rebound try, and it's 2-0. And if you're going to ask DeCanio, that's one he's going to want back. That's a rebound he's got to hold right off the chest, and it popped free. But also Farmingdale defense. So the first goal on the power play, they gave Schiltz way too much time and space on the goal line. And then the defense this time let Schlager cut right to the net and get a baseball swing try in tight. As there's Hughes now, finds Robertson. Robertson fires, and a blocker save there. Farmingdale on their heels early. A shot away there from going down 3-0 early. We're not even 10 minutes in. And for the Bonnies, they've come out flying so far, considering they're a team that left at 9:30 this morning. A long day, a long road trip from upstate New York, and they are the better team so far as they find a man one-timing shot by Hughes off the post. As O'Donnell, all he could do is just poke that down. Farmingdale gets fresh bodies out there, but Chiavetta is going to turn it right back up the ice off the stick of Hughes. And now the Bonnies will look to get a change. Alessi, the freshman having a strong season so far, finds Bridgewood. And now Bridgewood goes in tight. Immel's there, takes a whack at it, shoveled away by the goaltender, Korleski. Bridgewood coming off a 3-goal, 1-assist weekend against Cortland. Pass in front, rebound from the high, should I say an opportunity from the high slot for Sobko was blocked. As now Bridgewood dances away from one. Bridgewood to Minio. Minio, Alessi looks, fires, and a block there by Landon Kramer. as the Bonnies will send us all the way down for an icing. So the best look so far for Farmingdale does not even make it on goal as Landon Kramer, the freshman, gets in front of that one. So an offensive zone draw for the Rams. One back to a chase, shot blocked as McCann fights for it. It'll come free to Jake Spina. And Spina goes to Sopko and send that one in deep. Good rim around the boards, finds Spina. He's the lone Bonnie that is still out there after the icing. Well, Chase goes up the boards right there with a skate to keep it in was the Bonnies. Cal Kogut, as Kogut sends that one right into the glove of DeCanio. 9:28 left in the opening period. 2-0 lead for St. Bonaventure. It's been a good, fast, strong start for the Bonnies on the road. First of 3 straight on the road as LaChase chips it by one. One-on-one the other way. A couple of white jerseys join him. It's McCann and Alessi not getting all of that one as it goes wide. And now Smith to the net. Another block by Bonaventure. So kind of like a 3-on-1 there for Farmingdale. They find Alessi with an open look, but the puck was rolling on him, and he winds up shooting it wide. Behind the net, LaChase, dealing with Tyler Kelly. Puck will come free now to Kogut. And now Chakowski pinned up on the boards. Can't get much further than the red, but a lot of time now for Bonaventure in their own zone, with the Rams changing. And an icing arm up, and we get an icing. Mentioned out the Bonnies averaging 7.1 goals per game. A crazy mark there, to say the least. They have offensive explosions like when they played against Cornell, 13 goals. They played a D2 SUNY Erie group. They knocked off 16-1. And they do have 2 wins against ACHA Division I Rochester, which they won 7-0 and 8-5. Bonnie's coming out of their zone to the neutral zone now. Tyler Menz leaves it to the high slot. Can't link up with Michael Clouden as now Konkowski long flip looks for Ivers. Brown gets his own pass back, eventually stripped at the red line, but helped out by Meyer. Meyer gloves that one down and enters the zone. Meyer, Clouden, wrister, gloved by DeCanio. For the Bonnies, that 7.1 goals per game is a decent amount, to say the least. Farmingdale is just a tick under 6 per game. The Rams, 5.9 goals per game. They let up, though, 3.6. So that's been an issue, is keeping the puck out of their net. They have scored at least 3 goals in every single game this year, but they're allowing over 3.5 against per game. As Miles Brown has been all over the ice in this first period, we're 7:20 left, as he flips one cross ice to Clouden. And now it'll be Lorico. Lorico, good feed, finds Duffy. Duffy, wrister, blocked by Chiavetta and sent all the way down. No icing. As there's Jesse Burns linked up with Robertson. Lorico to Duffy. Duffy had a hat trick in game 2 against Cortland 2 weeks ago. As he'll glove that one down. Duffy, last year's leading goal scorer and point producer for the Rams. Chiavetta, not much on that around the boards to Schiltz. Now Owen Hughes dealing with Thomas Smith. As Lorico will keep that at the blue line. Immel fights for it and just chops it down low. Cody Bauer dealing with Immel and Bridgewood in the corner. Bauer has 3 goals, 6 assists in 9 games this year. He had a 5-assist game against Erie. Sicked away there by DeCanio. Cody Bauer in 31 collegiate games coming into this season, had 0 goals and 7 assists. So a career year where he's already topping his career totals in only 9 games. And he got the start today. Chiavetta now has to wait for the Bonnies to touch up. That one punched away by DeCanio. As Smith dances around 1. Smith dances around 2. And we'll send that one off the end boards. Chiavetta goes up the middle. That one knocked down, but Jake Spina's right there to pick it up, send it in deep. Kravitz on the charge, has to deal with Schwenkbeck. Now it's McGregor to the captain, McCann. McCann with some speed and some space. We'll find Signoretti on the wrister, gloved away by Karleski. That should be the Rams' 6th shot. Bonnie's out shooting them 8-6, outscoring them 2-0. Schultz on the power play and Schlager on the rebound. And that's where they stand, 2-0. Signoretti off the faceoff fires one wide as Kravitz will step in dealing with Tyler Kelly. And now McCann, shot deflected by Chase and wide as Kravitz pinching in, but can't beat Kelly to the puck. And it'll be Signoretti covering back there to help out. He'll go to McGregor. McGregor can't slow that down. Turnaround pass broken up by Kravitz, looking for Kelly in the slot. That one off the stick of McCann, no icing here. McCann will deal with Kramer on the corner, wrapped around towards Kelly. Looks like maybe another icing, but that puck's going to die out. So we play on. Now trying to go end-to-end is Burns. Burns, who took the hooking penalty early in the period. Shot goes wide. Signoretti to scoop up on the near side. As Ivers is stripped off the puck, still trying to get back on it, but it'll come to center and Burns will send it in. Bonnie's doing a good job early on in the defensive zone, not staying in their own zone for too long. It's been tough for Farmingdale to find open space in that offensive zone and control the offensive zone. There's Miles Brown again. Big hit there thrown, but Farmingdale comes away with it. It'll be Keller, wrister snagged by Karleski. So that's kind of been the game so far for Karleski. Simple stops from distance, no screens, and whenever there's bodies in front, the Bonnies have done a strong job early on in blocking them. Going to allude back to the Landon Kramer block in the slot. As Konkowski on the faceoff gets hounded, trying to stick with it. Now Ivers. Glove down there by Rotan, but stripped to the puck by Clouden. Could be a 3-on-1, and it is. Clouden with some help, gets it back in front, tic-tac-toe, and it's 3-0 Bonnies. And it's another one for Carson Schlager. And that is exactly how you draw it up in practice. Far wing, high slot, back to the far wing, back in front, tic-tac-toe, and a 3-0 dominant period continues for the Bonnies. So that all starts with Michael Clouden stripping Rotan just inside the blue line. And then Clouden finds Menz to Clouden, and then finding Schlager on the near side post for a tap-in. And the Bonnies do not look like a team that got on a bus at 9:30 and it took them a decent amount of time to get here, to say the least. Won't reveal the actual time it took, but definitely took more than expected. And they've come out flying. Credit to head coach Jordan Farnham. As Duffy will slap that one in from the red line. Farmingdale on a change. As the Upstate Conference here in AAU, not just this year, last year as well, has given Farmingdale some issues in the regular season. As big body on the boards there, Alessi comes away with it. Shot was slowed down. They got clouded. Robertson wide open on the breakaway, and it's stopped by DeCanio to, for the time, stop the bleeding. That should not be icing, as a couple of Bonnie players there just let that puck go. So we play on. But a big stop there by DeCanio. Here could potentially be looking at a 4-0 deficit, but he stops a man there, but alone in front was Schwenkbeck. Almost got a chance in tight. Kogut goes underneath the stick of Spina, and this one will be icing. So a first period to forget so far for the Rams. You're just trying to get into the locker room and fix this mess with 1:36 left in the first. As they find a man down low, McCann has a broken stick, so there's nothing he can do about that. He had a lot of space there with the puck, but stick broke. Schwenkbeck dodges a hit from Quinones, eventually chopped away by LaChase. McCann to Signoretti. Signoretti towards LaChase. He'll swing that one around the boards. And now Smith will chop that into the glove of Kogut. Kogut can't clear. He'll get a second try and find Jake Spina. Spina finds a man in Kelly. Kelly, nice move, and a stop made by DeCanio. Two big stops by DeCanio and net at the end of this first period to put a Band-Aid over this wound as a penalty is drawn by Konkowski, as Farmingdale will go to the power play. So Liam Meyer trips up Konkowski. And now the Rams, with 41 seconds left in the first, have a chance to get something going with the man advantage. So if Farmingdale can get some life and chip away, you got to go back to the breakaway save on Robertson and that in-tight one-on-one stop on Kelly by DeCanio. Farmingdale wins the draw. It'll be McGregor. McGregor to Bridgewood. Two men go down in front. Actually, that's Bridgewood in front. That's O'Donnell with the puck. Now Larico's shot goes wide. Bridgewood is in a battle right now with Chiavetta. McGregor, O'Donnell. With 20 left in the period, backdoor Larico, pass deflected. McGregor, Larico, looks, bluffs, and will go Duffy. Duffy holds, goes to O'Donnell, fans on the one-timer. As now Bridgewood and Chiavetta still going at it, and I believe the stoppage was, I think we're going to get a penalty on both Chiavetta and Bridgewood. And Bridgewood asking for a little bit extra of a penalty on Chiavetta because after the whistle, well, actually the net came off. So no penalties on Chiavetta or Bridgewood. Bridgewood was asking for a penalty on Chiavetta because after the stoppage, he did swipe a stick at him. So the net did come off, so still 5-on-4, no penalties. 8.7 left in the period. Bridgewood still barking and then chops at Chikowski. Now Bridgewood's got to be careful he doesn't get a penalty. Bridgewood throws a body there. Now Chiavetti's got to watch. Here comes Bridgewood, and nothing there. But McGregor, a shot with 3 left, is blocked, and that will do it for the first period. And Chiavetta and Bridgewood still barking at each other. Now Bridgewood having a conversation with the linesman, as these two teams will skate off. A dominant first period, 3-0 for the Bonnies on the road. 2 from Schlager, 1 from Schiltz on the power play. It's 3-0 after 1. We'll step aside on the LI Sports Network when we return. Second period puck drop. Welcome back, everyone, to the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. Jordan DeLuciano on the call, and we're moments away from second period puck drop, where the Bonnies hold a 3-0 lead over Farmingdale State College. A power play goal by Presley Schultz to kick things off for the Bonnies, followed by back-to-back for Carson Schlager. Schlager, coming off a hat trick in their last matchup against Cornell, is one away from getting back-to-back. It was a strong performance in the first period. They were the quicker team, more physical team. Sam Chiavetta on the back end and Jake Spina on the front side with the forward group. Two very noticeable ones in terms of physicality. As underway here in the second, Farmingdale will have 1:15 on the power play after Liam Meyer's trip on Thomas Konkowski as Bridgewood knifes through the middle, helped out by Lorico. As the deal with Miles Brown, who had a strong period all over neutral zone, offensive zone, and defensive zone, was a dominant puck carrier. Nice move by O'Donnell. Duffy winds, fires, and goes wide, and that one will stay in. McGregor, Lorico being hounded, comes alive with it, finds O'Donnell. O'Donnell bluffs the shot, poked away by Brown, helped out by Bridgewood. McGregor to O'Donnell, looks, fires, and blocked by Brown. Duffy, puck kept in. Brown's got to get back. Duffy will fire one, deflected into the glass. Getting a piece of that was Chiavetta. Good start to this power play to kick off the period. 20 left on the 5-on-4. Lorico, O'Donnell looks, fires, backdoor for Bridgewood. Could not connect. McGregor, O'Donnell again, a firing wrister, punched away by Karolewski. Duffy's got to go get it, and it's sent down to the zone by Chiavetta, and that will do it for the power play. So Farmingdale had the offensive zone time. Only one shot there due to the blocking there by Chiavetta and Miles Brown. As Owen Hughes will turn and send that one around the boards. As now McGregor stuck out there on now a 2-minute and 40-second shift. Working down low will be Ivers. Ivers has to get away from Owen Hughes. Ivers stripped from behind as Farmingdale goes offsides. So Farmingdale will send out the freshman line of Konkowski, Ivers, and Keller. Mention now, Konkowski and Ivers, ever since puck drop in their first game, have been leading the way. But for Chris Keller, who had 0 goals in his first 5 games, now has 8 goals in 9 games since. As Konkowski fighting for it at the low slot, wrister by Burns off the glove of Karolewski. As Ivers trying to get away from Robertson, pickpocketed as they look up the middle for Schultz. Schultz with the step on goal, and it's stopped by DeCanio as he collides with Burns. That's now 3 stops by DeCanio. I think the net's off, it is. That's now 3 stops by DeCanio in recent memory that has stopped the bleeding. 1 breakaway and now 2 partial breakaways for the Bonnies. All 3 stopped by DeCanio. Right off the draw, the Bonnies come away with it off the face mask of DeCanio from the shot by Schlager. Carson Schlager, the 20-year-old from Buffalo, New York, standing 5'9". As Farmingdale will change up the freshman line. Farmingdale wins it, but first on it is Schlager with a nifty move. Behind the net, Menz. Menz around the boards, picked up at the blue line by Kramer. Kramer will just chop that one back to where it started. There's Jesse Burns for Farmingdale, right into the body of LaChase. There's Schlager again trying to dance his way from that near side boards. And there's Menz to help out. Bonnie's working behind this goal line effectively on this shift as they go to Kramer. Wrister blocked, gets it right back. And the Bonnies are offsides. Delayed offside. Schlager does not know, and now he realizes, but the puck comes out. That one goes off the chest of McCann. As LaChase will regroup, go to Alessi, but the puck behind him. Clouden, hard on the forecheck. And now it's Schlager. The Bonnies giving Farmingdale little to no room to breathe. Every time that puck goes to a Farmingdale stick or in their direction, there's a brown jersey right there to cause some chaos on the forecheck as Clouden circles the zone and fires one into the breadbasket of DeCanio as Burns going to have a word with Schlager. So Schlager, Menz, and Clouden dominant on that shift. The puck came out of the zone for, 7 seconds and came right back in due to the forecheck by Clouden on Alessi. As Minio's got to go get that one, we'll push it towards Bridgewood. Minio will scoop up, long pass, right into the waiting grasp of Spina, but then Spina fans on it, helped out by Sobko. Thomas Smith, nice move around one. We saw that in the first period. He's been noticeable in the back end as Bridgewood will throw that off the blocker of Carl Leske. Minio can't slow that one down on the boards. It'll be Schwenkbeck to push it out. And now on the chase, Sobko. Thomas Smith soundly trying to get away from two brown jerseys. Will push it for Immel. Immel coughed it up on the boards, thrown to the net by Schwenkbeck as DeCanio's got to clamp down with the blocker. So this year for Farmingdale, they are 2-3-1 against the Upstate Conference. Or should I say 3-3-1, my apologies. 2 wins against Cortland, 1 against Niagara. And they have a tie against Binghamton, a loss against Binghamton, and 2 losses against Niagara. One of those losses against Niagara, Frank Alessi tied the game with under a second left 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now. And then it was Niagara's Ethan Knopf who won the game in overtime off a Farmingdale defensive zone turnover. Larrabee intercepted it, looked for Cody Bauer on the feed, who was broken up. As now Chiavetta in his own zone will flip that over the glove of Duffy. Kravitz tangled up at the neutral zone. Can only kick it to the stick of Larrabee, and that's scooped up by DeCanio. Farmingdale still looking for that full, complete 60-minute effort. That first period did not go their way in this opening 5 and a couple seconds. Now, after that strong power play that kicked off the period, have been stuck in their own zone for a little bit as a shot by Hughes goes wide. Cody Bauer has that pickpocketed by Ivers. Now Owen Hughes covering. Ivers misses Konkowski. And now Ivers will scoop up. Ivers then pickpocketed by Hughes, and back the other way will be Chiavetta. Chiavetta pushed it forward to Robertson. Robertson towards Chiavetta, broken up by Burns. And now out comes Keller. Keller to Konkowski. Ivers going to the net. Konkowski will pull it up, try to dance free, find some space away from Robertson. Down low. It's Keller. Saucer pass. Burns. Alessi just kept it in. Thrown to the net. Stopped by Konkowski and poked away by Owen Hughes. And we have a penalty, I believe, coming up on a hook. Might be against the Bonnies. I think it will be. They're going to give Cody Bauer, it looks like. It's either Bauer or Schiltz. And they're going to give it to Schiltz. So the Rams will go to their second power play of the night. And they'll send out that same unit that played the entirety of the 2 minutes before, because their other power play unit is mainly Konkowski, Keller, and Ivers, and they were just out there. That was the Rams' arguably best shift of the game, was that Konkowski, Ivers, Keller shift. So second power play of the night for the Rams as Bridgewood behind the net will saucer that towards McGregor. McGregor, Lorico will have to just push that towards the end boards. Bridgewood will chop it towards O'Donnell. O'Donnell will send it back behind the net, intercepted by Miles Brown and not out of the zone as Lorico intercepts to now McGregor has to go catch that one up. It'll be McGregor to Duffy. Duffy looks, fires, deflected wide. Larico charging, will let Bridgewood take it. O'Donnell. Bridgewood, goal line shooting, punched away by Karolewski. Duffy. O'Donnell. Play catch. Duffy on the half boards, walks in, fires off the side of the cage. They are a minute into this power play, all in the offensive zone, and then gloved down by McGregor. O'Donnell now looks, fires, deflected off the glove. Looks like it ramped off a skate of Liam Meyer. Duffy in front, Bridgewood trying to wrap it from his knees. O'Donnell trying to fight for it with Chakowski, and then sent out of the zone from Sobko. And the Bonnies get a much-needed change, but Miles Brown still out there. 35 left in the power play. Brown on the chase with Ivers. Ivers got to watch that stick. Got a little tangled up there, but we play on. Ivers comes free with it. Behind the cage, looking for Konkowski. Got to reach for it. Alessi steps in. Puck just sits there, and it'll be sent out by Jake Spina, and Miles Brown can get a change. Step there by Chiavetta, could not get in front of that one. Keller took it. Keller to the net, off the stick of Karolewski. 3 left on the power play. Ivers behind the net. Konkowski back to 5-on-5. Tough angled shot wraps around the boards. And now a foot race with Alessi. And right off the bench it's Schultz. What a step in on goal. And he rings it off the post. So Schultz coming off the bench. Or should I say the penalty box. He was the one with the hooking call. And a nice hit there by Keller. Barrels through a man, and he's going to get a penalty for it. And Konkowski going to have a word with Cody Bauer, and now Bauer is going to go to the box as well. So Bauer takes a penalty after the whistle for unsportsmanlike conduct. Head coach Jordan Farnham is not happy about it. Cody Bauer is not happy about it. Let's see what they announce the calls as. So Keller gets the first penalty for running through a man at center after the puck got behind him. I think we're going to play 4-on-4 here, and Coach Jordan Farnham still having a conversation with the official. As we go to 4-on-4. As McCann behind the net, dealing with Kogut. Kogut comes alive with it. So they give Keller unsportsmanlike conduct as Robertson charged the net, got poked away from DeCanio, but they give Keller unsportsmanlike conduct for that hit. That's an interesting penalty to give on a hit there. Unless he said something after the hit that drew the penalty, but I don't think that was the case because the official was quite a distance away from Keller. I don't know why they gave him unsportsmanlike conduct. If anything, maybe interference. As Hughes will slow it down to find Chiavetta. Chiavetta up the boards, misses Robertson, and it'll be an icing. .10:35 left in the second. 58 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Bonnie's still up 3-0. 3 first period goals still stand tall. As Burns goes to Alessi, the freshman. Back to Burns. Burns plays catch with Alessi. He winds, fires one wide. Had Immel in front. As Burns trying to step in, dealing with Chakowski, or Chiavetta and Hughes. As now Bridgewood dances through one man in Robertson. Immel in a battle in front with Chiavetta. Well, that's Burns. Burns has no glove right now. As they look for a man pinching down low in Hughes. Hughes got tangled up, but no call coming. As Chiavetta will regroup in front of Burns' glove. And now up ice, they link up with Michael Clouden. Clouden holds, pause, fires one off the shoulder of DeCanio and into the netting. 9 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and then Keller along with Bauer will exit. Bonnie's a very skillful, fast team. Their skill on full display right now. Got quick releases. We just saw that moments ago with Clouden. Skill, speed, and forecheck. A trio for success, and it's worked out today. As taking off the puck there's the physicality from Clouden. As we're back to 5-on-5, Bauer did not know the penalty clock ended, so he comes out late, but didn't hurt anyone. There's that one stick down by Karleski. Farmingdale, a team that averages just under 6 goals a game, being helped off the scoreboard, have not had any 5-on-5, have not had any grade A scoring opportunities. They've been held in check and held to the outside. The power play, they've had some looks, but a lot of shots have gone wide or blocked. The Bonnies have not had to ask Karleski to make any out-of-the-ordinary saves. Game getting a little bit chippy there, as Schlager was taken down by Duffy on the far side. And the battles in front of the net as well continue to ramp up. Face-off one, Duffy chops at it. Come around the boards. Kept in Quinones. Or send it back to where it started. As Duffy helped out by O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes to center point to Smith. Winds, fires, blocked again. And look who got in front of that one. It was Miles Brown. Thomas Smith, good play with the skate. Had Clouden behind him. Puck pinballs around. Onsides is Clouden. Turned it over. And O'Donnell now has that puck pinball off his skate. As Miles Brown sends that one deep. Smith to Lorico. Lorico looks for Duffy on the high arching puck. That will be intercepted by Sobko and sends it right back to where the pass went from. Lorico hounded by Schwenkbeck, able to recover. And he'll bank that one off the boards. No icing here as Schwenkbeck and Lorico collide. Lorico, puck keeps finding him this shift. He'll finally head off on a change. As Kogut now will cycle back, and nobody there but Kravitz. Kravitz will wrap that around the boards. There's Ivers. And Schwenkbeck down low to help out. Ivers having a shoving battle with Kramer, and the Bonnies have iced it. Bonnies have iced the puck a awful amount with 7:32 left in the second. But they'll take that up 3-0 with the way they've played. You're not even thinking about the icings. Here comes Farmingdale's freshman line. It's been their best line so far. Keller, Konkowski, and Ivers as Keller pushes forward at the dot. Konkowski now parks up, goes cross point, and played down by McGregor. Nice move to get around one. Backhand try is stopped by Karleski. As Keller's going to have some words with Spina. Spina, Chiavetta have not been shy with the physicality and the dialogue today for the Bonnies. As they win the draw, Konkowski's shot didn't have much on that one. As Kravitz pinching in to keep that one in successfully so, but it comes out due to Tyler Kelly. Kravitz trying to find it. Kelly winds up free with it, trying to dance around Ivers. Puck around the boards, Cody Bauer. Bauer, wrister, deflected off the pad of DeCanio. Chakowski to the point. Bauer to the net, and swallowed by DeCanio. Shots 18-13 in favor of the Bonnies. DeCanio, after letting up the first three, and all three of them, you can't really, the only one was the second one, DeCanio. If you'd ask him, he might want to get that first shot swallowed up and not allow the rebound. But even after allowing the rebound, the defenders for Farmingdale let it was Schlager come right down low in front of their own goaltender, unchecked. And then the first goal was a power play in which the Farmingdale defense let Schultz just walk the goal line and walk in front, and then a 3-on-1, which was perfectly executed, that gave the Bonnies a 3-0 lead. And DeCanio since then has made a breakaway stop and then 2 partial breakaway stops. As Signoretti off the boards, throws that into a body in front. That was Chiavetta. As Signoretti still battling for it. Chiavetta loses the glove. Puck comes out to the skate of McCann. And a man taken down in front, but we play on. Alessi's shot goes wide. As Chiavetta is battling with every white jersey he can find. That time it was Signoretti. Now Chiavetta with no left glove will backhand that one out of the zone into the glove of Alessi. Alessi coughed it up at the red line. Broken up by Kelly. Kelly with a poke, and it's a 2-on-0 with Hughes, and finished off by Robertson. It's 4-0. So a disaster for Farmingdale, and tip the cap to Tyler Kelly, diving to poke that puck free as Robertson and Hughes were sprung on a 2-on-0, and Robertson puts it home to make it 4-0 Bonnies, as Robertson will get his 7th of the year. So Hughes will get his 13th assist of the year. Tyler Kelly will get his first assist of the year, as Miles Brown hit behind the play by Bridgewood. Bonnie's bench wants a call. Miles Brown is holding his left shoulder going to the bench. And not a good sign if you're the Bonnies. Bridgewood threw a glass-shattering hit on Brown, and Brown was down, and immediately when he got back up, went right to the bench holding his left shoulder. And arguably the best defender on the ice tonight is now banged up on the bench. As Minio enters the zone and the Farmingdale deficit becomes more difficult to climb. As Hughes tried to link up with Robertson again, Minio collides, and now it's Immel. Immel parks up, dodges one and then 2 hits, one by Hughes and then by Meyer. It'll be Schultz. Schultz with a man in front, but they go off sides. So they're tending to Miles Brown, his right shoulder, it looks like. On the bench, yeah, they're working on his right shoulder right now. It's actually now they're working both of them, so it's tough to tell from our distance. The team trainers are going side to side here on Miles Brown, but he did come off the ice with his right hand holding his left shoulder. And that would make sense because when Bridgewood hit him, it was his left shoulder that went into the glass. As O'Donnell pushes free on the draw, pushes it off the side of the cage. Kravitz to the net, knocked down by O'Donnell on the deflection, as Lorico's shot is eaten up by Karleski. And you go back to that goal, it was Alessi for Farmingdale who got the puck at his own blue line, had a lot of time and space, and he took it. He started to move up the neutral zone and then just lost it by his own doing, just coughed the puck up. And Kelly caused the interception. Kelly pushed it to the near side boards on the blue line, And then I believe it was Thomas Smith who stepped up for Farmingdale to contend Kelly, and Kelly won the exchange. And now a 2-on-1 the other way, blockered away by DeCanio. So when Smith came up to challenge Kelly at the blue line, Alessi was still trying to get back. So that led to 2 Bonnies in Robertson and Hughes getting wide open behind the play for a 2-on-0. So Farmingdale has not played a game in over a week, showing a little bit of rust today, but then you look at the other side, we talked about it's been a long day for the Bonnies, and we're not seeing no wear and tear for them. Ivers to Keller. Keller now down the middle with speed, tangled up, turnaround shot off the glove of Karleski. That puck up the middle, Sobko, another brief 2-on-1 here for Spina, and Sobko in front. Good back check there for Keller to take the puck away from Sobko. Big hit on the boards there as Ivers comes away with it. Ivers looked like he was held there, but we play on as Burns stepping in, throws a body behind the net. A lot of physicality picking up now as now the Bonnies come the other way. Pass was behind Bauer. And then a penalty coming up against Burns and Farmingdale as that one's off of Burns as he just stopped playing. So after Burns took the penalty on Bauer, he just stopped playing. And the puck came back in front and it almost hit off his skate and went in. And now Burns in a shoving match with Chiavetta. And now Chiavetta's going to go in the box. They pulled Chiavetta off the bench. So Chiavetta and Burns had a word with each other. And then Burns threw a cross check at Chiavetta. And now Chiavetta's going to the box. And good news for the Bonnies. You see him having a conversation at the blue line. Miles Brown is back out there. His first shift after coming off from that hit from Bridgewood. So you see Miles Brown with Presley Schultz and Tyler Menz. Looks like we'd have some more 4-on-4 here. And we will. Well, actually, no. Might be. There's 5 Bonnies on the ice right now. And there's 4 Rams. So let's see what's going on here. Are they going to be offsetting penalties? Because then if so, it's 5-on-5. Or is the penalty for Burns going to... we're still trying to sort things out here. So, yes, it's going to be a 5-on-4 for the Bonnies because then Burns got 2 penalties. He got the penalty during the play, and then after the conversation and the cross-check with Chiavetta. So Burns gets 2 penalties there. Signoretti will serve the other one. And it'll be a power play for the Bonnies after all is said and done. Still trying to sort things out, but we are finally ready for puck drop. Be a power play, 2 minutes for the Bonnies, and then Chiavetta and Burns will have to wait 2 minutes and a whistle. As back in on the power play comes Robertson. Tried to find a man in Schultz in the slot, broken up. So the initial penalty on Burns was high sticking. Then he gets another one for cross-checking. And Chiavetta gets one for slashing. And Burns also gets a 10-minute misconduct. So Burns will not come out in 2 minutes. It'll be Robertson dealing with Thomas Smith. It'll be helped out down low by Menz. He'll go to the blue line to Miles Brown. First shift back. Brown shot. Stopped by DeCanio. Owen Hughes to Brown. To Menz. Menz down low. In front looking for Hughes. Pinballed around. A good stick lift there by McCann to prevent the shot from Robertson. Miles Brown going to dance the blue line. And go to Owen Hughes. Hughes had an assist on the fourth goal. Down low finds a man on the goal line in Schultz, trying to tuck it short side. Menz to Hughes. Hughes looking for Schultz, poked out of play. So a minute 32 left in the second. 31 left on the power play. Signoretti will come out of the box. And then Chiavetta will have to wait for, after the 31 seconds ends, he'll have to wait for a stoppage in play to exit. It'll be Michael Clouden. Clouden will go to Kogut. Kogut around the boards, looking for Schwenkbeck. And now Spina to Clouden. Second unit out there for the Bonnies. Clouden shot off the glove of DeCanio, and Quinones can't clear. Kogut to Clouden. Clouden in front off a leg, and it goes in. And it's back-to-back hat tricks for Carson Schlager. 5-0 for Bonaventure. And Schlager gets a penalty after the goal. There was a shove thrown after the whistle, but whether it's the shove after the whistle or the word said, I mean, you can't be calling those. That's not the first time we've seen today where there were some words exchanged and a shove after the whistle, and that's being called a penalty. I mean, it's hockey. These things happen. After the whistle, guys shove, they share some dialogue, and then we move on. None of these penalties after the whistle have been egregious enough to supplement a 2-minute minor. I mean, these guys got to walk on eggshells now. Looks like an icing against Farmingdale. As now Chiavetta can exit the box. So Schlager, congratulations on back-to-back hat tricks. Now go sit in the penalty box. So Clouden will get the assist on the goal. And here's the thing. If you start calling every penalty you can think of and you start calling any little thing, you might think you're helping ease the game, but that can turn against the officials in ramping up the tensions. If you start calling everything you're seeing, it might start to let the game get a little bit too carried away, and it can go against the officials. And then you start seeing actual unsportsmanlike conduct starting to mount up. There's a shot is stopped by Karleski, and the Bonnies will skate off the second period with a 5-0 lead on the road. A dominating performance, a late goal by Schlager, a 2-on-1 goal by Robertson adds to the advantage. As now Jordan Farnham, you're going to see it, it's going to be off screen as we take a look at Farmingdale heading off the ice. Head coach Jordan Farnham is going to have a conversation with the officials, try to calm down and see what do my guys have to do to avoid these after the whistle penalties. But that will do it for 2 periods. A convincing performance by Bonaventure. 5-0 after 40 minutes. When we return on the LI Sportsnet, we have third period puck drop. Welcome back, everyone, to the Northwell Health Ice Center on Long Island, New York. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. Jordan DeLucia on the call, seconds away from third period puck drop, where the Bonnies have a commanding 5-0 lead over the Rams. The Bonnies will start this period just like the second, shorthanded due to the power play goal by Carson Schlager, his hat-trick goal. He got a penalty after the goal for unsportsmanlike conduct. So he will sit in the box for the next 53 seconds. And then for Farmingdale, they still have 5 guys out there, but Jesse Burns is still sitting his 10-minute misconduct. And we'll see how Farmingdale responds after a game that has just not gone their way. It's been a up and down, full now 40 minutes, just to tick over 40 minutes in of hockey, control by the Bonnies. As Konkowski will fire one off the glove of Karleski and kept in by Alessi. Alessi now walks the blue line, wrister off a stick. Reaching for it is Keller. He'll go back to Konkowski. Konkowski, one-timing shot by Signoretti, finds the glass and poked to the blue line and kept in by Alessi. Ivers takes a whack, dishes off to Konkowski, but he's stripped by Miles Brown. So Brown left briefly in the second after taking that hit by Bridgewood, but then came back out during the conversation on the offsetting penalties with Chiavetta and Burns. As we're back to 5-on-5, DeCanio plays it, but right there is now Clouden as he fires one wide to the blocker side. Now one off the stick or skate of Ivers. And it'll be Tyler Menz going D-to-D in his own zone with Chiavetta. Chiavetta now Bauer. Bauer to Menz. Menz pokes it up the middle. Bouncing puck. Helped out Schlager. Schlager meets a body from Kravitz on the boards in front. Looking for Clouden was Menz, but a bouncing pass. Hopped over his stick. Clouden dances off the boards over the stick of Schlager. As Tyler Menz will wrap that one back in. And that'll be McCann, the captain, to come out with it. Puck got too far out in front of him as Bauer intercepts. And a hit there thrown on the boards, but picked up by Hughes. Hughes' shot over the crossbar. So Schlager meets a big hit from Quinones, but sets up the rush for Owen Hughes. Owen Hughes will pick up, poked away by Thomas Smith. And now it'll be LaChase. LaChase with McCann to the net. LaChase will fire one, block it away. Did not know where it was Karleski as Smith's shot deflected down, never made it on goal. Now Tim Devine, his first shift of the game, stepping in there with LaChase and McCann. That one off of Duffy, fresh on the ice. Duffy, tough angled shot, will wrap that around the boards. Duffy on the chase. Chiavetta gets it around him, helped out by Schultz. And Schultz links up with Hughes. Could be a 2-on-1 with Robertson. Robertson, Hughes, and they score! Once again, the 2-on-1 with Robertson and Hughes pays off. It is 6-0 Bonnies. So the Bonnies have a 2-on-0 goal, a 3-on-1 goal, and a 2-on-1 goal. The defensive zone has been an issue this year for the Rams, and the speed and talent of Bonaventure has exploited that today. As they come back again, as that one's broken up at the blue line, Sobko couldn't enter. And this is a young group, too, for the Bonnies. Only 2 players on this team that are at the age of 22 or older. Make it 3, actually. Karleski is 23, Liam Meyer 22, and Jack Spina is 22. As Duffy behind the net, Alessi, one-timing shot kicked away by Karleski. As the Rams' 20th shot of the game. And back the other way, it comes. Schwenkback. Schwenkback towards the net, poked away by Alessi. And flipped out of harm's way. As Farmingdale is still just stuck in neutral since the opening puck drop. As this is a real eye-opener for them, coming off 2 weeks ago, a sweep against Cortland, but now going up against one of the better teams in AAU, the Bonnies, ranked 7. This win will definitely help out that ranking, pushing them higher. Because the rankings not only takes into account strength of schedule, but also takes into account goal differential. So the Bonnies are going to try to keep Farmingdale off the board as well as pad their lead. As this game has gotten away for Farmingdale, they still have 2 more days, Saturday, Sunday, to avenge this and try to flip the tide of this weekend that has gotten off to a less than ideal start. And that kind of had a reverse effect on Farmingdale when Niagara came here 3 weeks ago. Farmingdale got out to a big lead and held it against Niagara on the Friday matchup, but then the Purple Eagles took the next 2 against Farmingdale, commencing in that Sunday overtime win with Ethan Knopf's game winner. As a wrister from the blue line goes around the boards. As Bauer steps in, finds Tyler Menz. Menz pokes it down low to Schlager. Schlager back for Menz, broken up. Bauer now will poke that to the dot, off the glass and out, as the Rams get a 2-on-1. It's Ivers and Konkowski going for Konkowski, and a great back check there by Menz. So they are doing everything right, and the little things that they're doing right are becoming bigger things, as Menz back checked all the way from the bottom of the circle in the offensive zone and got back to the defensive zone slot. As we're going to trying to figure out who is still out there for the Bonnies on the icing, as they're going to bring Menz back on the ice. Menz, after that strong back check that prevented a chance for Konkowski. As McCann pushes forward, and a quick whistle from Karleski, and McCann in a shoving battle with Schlager. Now Chase going to have a conversation with Schlager as well. So a quick cover by Karleski helps out the 5 in front of him, as now the Bonnies can get a change. Chiavetta now having a conversation with McCann. And who hasn't Chiavetta had a conversation with today? Around the boards, Kravitz pinching in, gets shoveled all the way down. And first on it will be Michael Robertson. Robertson in front, nobody home. As Schultz will send that towards the net, sticked away by DeCanio. Kravitz will cycle back to McGregor. There's a high stick there, but we play on. Duffy picks up. Duffy going for McCann, broken up by the stick of Mayer. And around the boards, Kravitz. Duffy takes a shove behind the net. Landon Kramer going to get it. Kramer takes a big hit from McCann, and it's going to be a penalty against McCann, as that puck dangerously put in front, almost an own goal there. As now Duffy is getting a penalty here as well. So let's see what we got here. McCann got the original penalty for charging, I believe, and Duffy might get another one. So Duffy's hanging out at the bench right now. And now Duffy's going in the box. So when it rains, it pours for Farmingdale. So Duffy's in the box. He was tangled up with a man in front. McCann threw the vicious hit on the boards that is probably going to be a charging call. Or roughing. They gave him roughing. Let's see if they give Duffy. So now it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Bonnies with a 6-0 lead. And there might be some more offense here, for lack of a better term. Trying to put that in the nicest way possible. So I'll stick with saying more offense for the Bonnies. As Farmingdale wins the draw, Alessi will bank that off the glass, but waiting there was Miles Brown. As Brown walks the line, shoots one on goal, deflected, save made, and poked wide on the rebound by Robertson. Big hit on the boards. It'll be picked up by Miles Brown. Brown walks the line, goes to Owen Hughes. He got the most recent goal. Robertson back to Hughes. To Brown. Tyler Menz. Brown down low to Schultz. Schultz in the corner. Going to the top of the blue line. Brown. They do not have to rush this. They can be as methodical as they want. Up 6. Schultz pokes it in front, broken up by Smith, can't clear. It'll be Brown, again to Hughes on the far side. Owen Hughes now, Brown, wristed to the net, punched away by DeCanio. Now you got a tired group right now for Farmingdale. Out of the corner, cross ice, on goal, off the side of the cage by Menz. As Menz will shovel that to the stick of Robertson. Robertson walks in, fires off a leg. As Tyler Mentz again, it's been all offensive zone time on this power play. Miles Brown. Brown shoots, kick save made by DeCanio. Still with it, one-timer. Down low was Schultz, deflected wide and sent down. So they wound up taking McCann out of the box. And now it's just Duffy in the box for roughing. So they did wind up having a conversation, the officials, right in front of the scorer's box. And McCann wound up coming out of the box. So Duffy's got another 9 seconds before he can exit. And he still has Jesse Burns in the box as well. As that one knocked down by Schlager, as the penalty will come to an end. Duffy can exit. And we're back to 5-on-5. As LaChase will turn and go. Waiting for Devine to step in. He does. Poked away off a skate. As this 6-goal output will be the 7th time this year in which the Bonnies have scored 6 or more goals. They scored 16 against SUNY Erie, Division II. They scored 7 and 8 against ACHA Division I, Rochester Institute of Technology. They scored 6 against Cortland, 7 against Buff State, who represents D2 in AAU, and 13 against Cornell. Their 2 most recent games are both against Cornell, both wins, 13-3 and 4-0, but they were spread out, November 10th and the 16th. And a penalty coming up against Farmingdale. It looks like it's going to be against Quinones. There's a little bit of hacking on the far side, of the near side boards, and it will be Quinones for the slash. And it's back-to-back power plays for the Bonnies. Duffy still jawing at the official. And back to the 5-on-4 we go for the Bonnies. The previous one the entire time was spent in the offensive zone. As they're up 6, they're just going to work it around the umbrella. Schwenkbeck in front, deflected wide by Schlager, looking for his 4th. Clouden will work his way down low. Clouden to the goal line, punched away by DeCanio. That one sent around and out, away from the stick of Spina. Under 10 minutes left to go in this one. Bonnie's out shooting Farmingdale 27-21. 11 shots in each of the first 2 periods. They're at 5 right now. Off the boards, they find a man on the far side into the glove of DeCanio, and Alessi still tangled up with Schlager. So Schlager's been involved in not just the goal scoring, but the back and forth between Farmingdale as well. And at this point, a lot of tension. Physicality has been there all game. The chippiness has been there all game. It's a 6-0 third period lead for the Bonnies. You're just hoping we can both skate off with ease, as these 2 teams got to link up 2 more times, Saturday and Sunday. As the top unit is back out there, it'll be Miles Brown to Menz. Back to Brown. Brown's wrister to the net goes wide off the end boards. That'll be Schiltz. They'll shovel that one towards the blue line, kept in by Brown. He'll sauce one across to Menz. Menz, Hughes, touch pass, Robertson, and it's a stop made by DeCanio. Right back in the zone is Schiltz. Schiltz push off the puck by Smith. Got a 4-man scrum, make it 5, and Owen Hughes picks that one up. Hughes to Brown. Brown walks the line. Wrister on goal, punched away by DeCanio. Man, you look at the scoreboard, it's 6-0, but DeCanio has done his part today as they look backdoor, broken up by Smith. Karleski tapping the stick. Back to 5-on-5 we go as we get a whistle down. So 8:28 left in this one. So these 2 teams, again, will kick off tomorrow night at 7 p.m., not as late as a start, here at Northwell. And then the Sunday matchup will be a 2 p.m. start at Long Beach. As that shot to the net, kicked away, rebound alive, and another stop made by DeCanio. As the Bonnies going back to work behind the net. They go to the blue line. Shot by Bauer goes wide. As that one under the stick of Konkowski. And all the way down now, Bauer. This Sunday's matchup is going to be in a Long Beach Arena. That is not the home rink of Farmingdale, but it is the Garen Hagen Memorial Game where he played his hockey, high school and travel hockey at that Long Beach rink. Garen Hagen, unfortunately, passed away a couple of years ago, was committed to play for Farmingdale going into last season, but an unfortunate accident where Garen Hagen passed away. And we honored him last year. They retired Farmingdale his number last season. And the first ever Garen Hagen Memorial Game. They will have the second ever Garen Hagen Memorial Game this Sunday. Should be a packed crowd with family and friends of the Hagen family in attendance. So a special occasion this Sunday, and they're rightfully so having it at the Long Beach Arena where Hagen played much of his hockey throughout his young career. As Bridgewood will walk in to the net, sticked away by Karleski. Had Hagen's father on the broadcast last year, joined the commentary team during the third period during last year's first ever Hagen Memorial Game. They hung his jersey up on the bench. Big hit thrown at the blue line there by Schwenkbeck to the approval of his teammates right in front of him. That one poked out of the zone. Minio will go get it. And these two teams at this point, 6 minutes left, just go through the motions and get through that final buzzer. And for both teams, get to the final buzzer unscathed. As Burns will throw that one into the glass. So you had some Division I hockey going around AAU today. Crucial game in the Upstate Division. Binghamton knocked off Niagara in overtime as Duffy walks in, trying to dance free, and a penalty behind the play. Quinonez taken down, and now Quinonez not getting up, down at center ice. As Tyler Kelly took him down behind the play. So this is what we're talking about. In a game like this, with the score what it is, the physicality how it's been, you want to just get to the final buzzer unscathed and no nonsense. And we got a little bit taste of it right there. As you see Quinonez just off screen being attended to. So Quinonez is still down at center. Couldn't make out what Kelly did behind the play to take down Quinonez. And it's going to be a long weekend with these two teams. You cannot expect Farmingdale to go down quietly after this defeat going into Saturday and Sunday, and you cannot expect the Bonnies to let up. So while Devin Quinonez gets attended to at center ice, we'll keep the feed here, but we'll step aside in the broadcast booth. 5:24 left in the game, 6-0 Bonnies. We're back here in Long Island, New York. 5:24 left in the game. Farmingdale will go to the power play. So in the midst of that, Tim Duffy was ejected from the game, continuing his back and forth with the official. And Quinonez had to be helped off the ice, could not skate off on his own. And Quinonez looked a little worse for the wear, still trying to make out what happened behind the play with Quinonez and Kelly. And Duffy, irate about the situation, wound up getting ejected. So Farmingdale will go to the power play. Bonaventure was also very vocal during that stoppage. As the Rams will go to the man advantage, Bridgewood behind the net. Bridgewood, saucer, into the blue line. McGregor, one-timing try by O'Donnell, will exit the zone. So the call they give to Duffy is abusive official. He's done for the night. Kelly gets 2 minutes for roughing. McGregor looks, fires, and it goes over the bar and into the glass. Lorico McGregor. O'Donnell. Patiently waiting. They find McGregor again in that middle point. Shot from the far angle, punched away by Karleski. O'Donnell again on a one-timer. Same result, missing far side. And again, wraps it out of the zone. McGregor to take it himself, dance on in. Good stick check by Chiavetta to slow him down, and he'll send it out of the zone. Gronkowski works his way in. Tough angled shot, fought off by Karleski. Signoretti could not get to it. It'll be Jack Spina now, short-handed the other way. He'll just push that one in behind the defense. DeCanio can't go get it, as that puck wound up staying behind the cage for Spina. It'll be Thomas Ivers. Ivers in danger of a point streak coming to an end, as is Gronkowski's season-long point streak. 5 seconds left in the power play. As Ivers in the corner, back to 5-on-5 we go. Chiavetta takes the spill, or Spina takes the spill in the slot, and a penalty coming up against Gronkowski for a cross-check. So Gronkowski originally took down Spina in the slot, no call, but then as Spina was getting up, Gronkowski gave him a two-hand to the back, and then there you have it. So these two teams coming into today, Bonaventure averaging 11.8 penalty minutes per game, Farmingdale averaging 12.6 penalty minutes per game. And we're seeing that mount up now. That is Farmingdale's 9th penalty of the game, as the Bonnies have 6. 3 minutes left to go. At the blue line, Blazak down low looking for Chakowski. Big hit on the boards there by Keller on Larrabee. And at this point of the game, you start to see the third power play unit. And there is no third power play unit, but you get to see the guys that usually don't get the power play time get some ice time on the man advantage, as Blazak has that one knocked away. Liam Meyer will leave off Chakowski. Chakowski takes a big hit there from Smith. Puck will come free as LaChase takes a whack at it. Larrabee now to the net, off a leg, and Devine will bank that off the boards, but not out. Meyer keeps it in. Blazak now looks, fires, blocked down by Smith, and LaChase will send that one down and out of the zone. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Next two games, tomorrow and Sunday, you all will have Travis Quigley on the call. He has been my replacement this season. That one goes off a hand there of Nathan Sobko, and Sobko taken out of the ice. Spina out of the corner. Too much traffic in front. As right into the stick of Sobko. Sobko was trying to get off the ice, it looked like, and the puck found him as that puck hits off a ram on the bench and whistled down. 1:26 left in the game. 11 seconds left in the power play on the Gronkowski cross-check. And it's been Bonnie's through and through. It's going to be a complete 60-minute performance for Jordan Farnham and his brown and white colored jersey group. They came in on a long day. Day started at 9:30 in the morning. Had to go through Pennsylvania. The trip from upstate New York. They've been the faster team, the more physical team. And they have taken it to Farmingdale as Gronkowski right out of the box finds Bridgewood looking for their first of the game. Missing Gronkowski on the drop feed. Might have had Karleski beat on the backhand, but instead elected for the shot. As the Bonnies continue their historical head-to-head dominance over Farmingdale. They have their number. As Bauer tried to come up the middle, Bauer will find Cyrick. Cyrick meets a hip check on the boards, picked up by Spina. Back to Cyrick, trying to dance free. He does, shoots one on goal, kicked away by DeCanio. For DeCanio's 34th shot he's seen today. A dominating performance by Bonaventure. They will pick up their 9th win on the season. Farmingdale will drop their 4th game on the year. Faster, more physical, more skillful, and they never let up the whole night. With 5.9 seconds left in this one, DeCanio will get a whistle. So how will Farmingdale respond after a real eye-opener in their home building? The struggles against the Upstate Conference continue. DeCanio swats that puck away, and that will do it. Carson Slager with a hat trick, helped out by Owen Hughes, Michael Robertson, and Presley Schultz, the goal scorers, as Kyle Karleski will pick up the 23-save shutout as the Bonnies end it 6-0. So tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Travis Quigley will be on the call on the LI Sports Network. The Bonnies will try to continue their dominance as Farmingdale looks for answers and look for a response. Thanks for joining us. Jordan DeLuciano for the LI Sports Network. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and good night, everyone.